Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel here, my personal channel at VickiDillard.tv. I'm so pleased that you are with me today, family. It has been a minute. We have so many wonderful, yummy things going on, family, and I just wanted to tap in with you really quick. Family, as you come in, of course, I have a little bit of a ritual. As you come in, be sure to give us a big thumbs up, and share the broadcast. I know some of you all are used to seeing me on other platforms over the years, other networks over the years, beloved, but you're watching me here on my personal channel at VickiDillard.tv. Family, I've got some other wonderful announcements coming up where my message, my content is going to be on other platforms. So if you want to stay informed of where that's going to be sure to join my email list on my website at vickiplanet.com, and also text us at 303 529 303-529-2572. Y'all had to try to think of that off the top of my head. I'm not seeing any comments right now. Hopefully you all can see me when you get a moment. It has been a minute, but I told you all that I was revamping some stuff. I've got my school, my monthly school going every month at the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. Miracle Signs and Wonders. It's just magical. Yes, I got some other powerful projects coming up that you want to be a part of. Okay, looks like I see a name coming up. Is this Hillary? Somebody named Volvo is here. Adrian. Can you all hear and see me okay? Somebody just said for me to turn up the volume. Can you all hear and see me okay? Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. If y'all can hear me okay, please tell whoever this is in the chat to Adrian to turn up his volume. So y'all tag Adrian, tell Adrian to fix his tell Adrian to fix his stop. Y'all know don't be coming up in my stuff with that. Fix your device first, then you start saying about the sound. I got to go back to my class in school again. It's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. Talk back to me, somebody. Y'all hit that thumbs up button on the count of 3. So, okay, people are saying, yes, we can hear you. All right, y'all. On the count of 3, for those of you that haven't hit that thumbs up button, are y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Y'all tell them, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel today. Okay, everybody said they can hear me just fine. All right, beloved. Hit that thumbs up button, family, and share. I know it's been a minute, but I've got to get to where I'm going very quickly, family. Like I said, some of you all are used to seeing me on other platforms. Of course, you all know I'm going to continue to diversify and grow my media platform and voice. I'm going to be doing my in-person tours. Of course, I told you I was going to be doing that for years, and I've done a couple, but we got some other yummy stuff coming up, and I'm trying not to spill the beans before the next 3 or 4 months. So that information is coming soon. Yeah, shout out to my moderator. I see Miss Sharifa in the building. She's highlighted in blue. Thank y'all so much. Oh my God, it's been so long. Somebody said I finally caught a live. Baby, I haven't even been going live here. I can't even remember the last time I went live here. Except for my interviews that I've been doing. But of course, some of that's going to be changing because I'm going to be doing more content for other platforms that I'm going to be on, and they're seeding my message one broadcast at a time on other alternative platforms. Vicki, you are always looking beautiful. Love the look, stunning. Thank you all so much. Y'all got to tell me who pay y'all to come on here to tell me that. But whoever's telling, let me know, baby, so I can send them some money too. Thank you all so very much. Everybody hit that thumbs up button, share. Thank you so very much. It's good to see you too. Greetings, Sister Vicki, from me and my 3-year-old granddaughter, Sura. We love hearing from you. Oh, so precious, Gwendolyn. Get a baby a kiss for me, okay? Mwah. Somebody else just said, Vicki is the truth. Yes, baby. Y'all know how we do it here. Yes. I love y'all so very much. Miss Sharifa, I want y'all to give them my PayPal information instead. For those of you that decide to here's my PayPal. I'm gonna put it in the chat. It's at the Vicki Dillard instead of that one. The Vicki Dillard, and then I'm gonna be putting up some other places where folks can give on a regular basis. Yes, thank you so much, family. Let me get to where I'm going quickly. Now, I want to. How many of you have been hearing, participating in, like, my special webinars? How many of you all know I told y'all a long time ago about Trump's plan for civil war, even though some of y'all in the black grassroots are sitting there telling me, no, it's about just immigration. I told y'all's funny looking self, no, it's not. I told you, no, it's not just about that. Y'all know I'm about that life of holding illegals accountable and all that kind of stuff. Yes, y'all know I don't believe in giving our resources to people that violated the law to get here. But at the same time, America turns around and give us the middle finger and tells us what she's not going to do for us. Talk black to me, somebody. No, I am not down with us spending to the tune of trillions of dollars. That's with the T. We spend trillions and trillions and trillions. Somebody say trillions. Somebody say trillions. Somebody say trillions. Somebody say trillions and trillions and trillions. In wars around the world, bloodshed. We spend hundreds of millions of dollars. To me, it's just a little bit less than $1 trillion alone of the warfare that we've been conducting in Ukraine, which is an illegal war. We're using Ukrainians, the Nazi Ukrainians, to fight a proxy war against Russia, an illegal, unjust war against Russia. We have spent money on those Nazi Ukrainians. We spent trillions of dollars in all kinds of wars around the world. We spend all kinds of money to let the Ukrainians come to the United States. How many of y'all know they use our Social Security in the United States? These Nazi Ukrainians and stuff. Talk back to me, somebody. How many of y'all know they give everybody money and resources, legal and illegal immigrants, all kinds of money and resources? How many of y'all know they still give all kinds of write-offs and goodies to Trump, corporations, transnational corporations? Talk back to me, somebody. How many of y'all know that y'all Congress is sitting there getting all kinds of benefits from insider trade and stuff that we can't even benefit from, they benefit from? How many of y'all know they go in there making $25,000, $30,000 a year from whatever little career Taco Bell they had before they got the jobs and stuff? And then they leave out of there millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires. Talk black to me, somebody. Now, when they can spend that kind of money all around the world and tell us, no, they're not going to give us any kind of money, you know it's something to that, yes? Gwendolyn said, oh, your grandbaby blew me a kiss back. Oh, so precious. So we're not trying to hear that. But some of us don't understand the reason why they're not giving us reparations. It's more than just, quote unquote, this notion of affordability. It's also a blood debt. It's an ancestral and a spiritual thing related to that. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, share, share, share. Now, that's too deep for me to get into right now. But this is the purpose of you all attending my high-level war room sessions where I break down metaphysical, which is to say spiritual, high-level information and knowledge, and connect it to geopolitical, which is international, as well as political information. Yes? I'm the original one on the planet. That means that before y'all sit up here and give credit, glory out and praise to y'all's white Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, before y'all give credit to all these secret societies and all these folks that have power they have no business having, before you put all your hopes and dreams in these white lineages, remember, your ancient black mama existed before all them. The point is we have to wake up our ancient powers and begin to use that. Talk black to me, somebody. Now, let me get to where I'm going because I had a whole lot of stuff going on today. Family, how many of you all know that Donald Trump's funny-looking white deputy, Stephen Miller? How many of y'all know that the white supremacist Stephen Miller? How many of y'all know that white supremacist Stephen Miller? Well, Stephen Miller, I talked about this on some of the other platforms that I'm on, right? Well, how many of y'all know that he came out and said the unthinkable at Charlie Kirk's memorial? How many of y'all know Charlie Kirk is that white boy that they want us to feel sorry for? The white boy that don't like black people, they want us to mourn him. We don't mourn white supremacists. We're not going to mourn that little boy. And we're not going to them people's Ku Klux Klan rallies and stuff. Talk black to me. Adrian said, I don't know too much about him. Right. But he is the deputy White House chief of staff. So he's in a high level position at the White House. So we don't want to know him, but his funny looking self is in our government. So we need to know something about his funny looking self. You understand? So Trump obviously was paying him back by giving him this little position in the White House. Now, before I get there, I covered on another network sometime back when Stephen Miller, this White House chief of staff, I covered the fact that he did a speech for Charlie Kirk. Now, how many of y'all know Charlie Kirk is a white supremacist? He's passed on now. That don't nobody black in their right mind ought to be sitting here crying about. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Y'all listening? The groin said Vicki is always cooking, baby. That's the main kind of cook I do. Talk black to me somebody. I love y'all back. Now, let me see. I had another video I want to show you. I want to show y'all something he said recently, but I think he called himself trying to respond to Minister Farrakhan warning the jump out boys about coming into the black community. Now, he was down there in Memphis, Tennessee, not too long ago and gave a speech. He was down there with Attorney General Pam Bondi and some other knuckleheads. Hegseth, who is the defense secretary, Trump liked to call the Defense Department now the War Department, even though Congress hasn't officially changed it to that. But we know America are war bloodshedders and act uncivilized. Talk black to me, somebody. Let me find this other video because Miss Sharifa asked an interesting question, which is true. Let me see.
Because when I see Erica.
Okay, yes, baby. She remembers you, Miss Sharifa. So she must have saw my broadcast I did when Stephen Miller was at Charlie Kirk, the white supremacist Charlie Kirk, the one they shot. Well, he was at his memorial. Now, how many of y'all know the memorial is nothing but, a remembrance, like a funeral, right? So they supposed to be at the memorial talking about this white boy Charlie Kirk. And instead, when Stephen Miller got up to the stage, this was a couple weeks ago, right? Now, what I'm showing you is from ABC News. This is covered under the Copyright Act. Everybody hit that thumbs up button. D. Ahava said, she said, quote, "You have no idea the dragon you have awakened. You have no idea how determined we will be to save this civilization, to save the West, to save the..." Okay, hello, somebody. Y'all, so I ain't lying. Y'all know I be covering this stuff. So I want to cover it here on my channel, yes? So Miss Sharifa, to answer your question, you already know the answer, Precious. See, that's my sister right there, my goddess sister. Now, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, so a couple weeks ago, Charlie Kirk's memorial was done, right? Now this is a little bit of Stephen Miller's speech. Now, who did I say Stephen Miller was or is? Because I want y'all to understand who this is. Who did I say? What is Stephen Miller's role, y'all? the KKK. That's true. Now, I did say KKK a bunch of times because I did call it Ku Klux Klan rally because it is a Ku Klux Klan rally. But what's his official title? I love y'all. I did say that. That is a Klan rally. That ain't no lie. That is absolutely a Klan rally. The voodoo laughing. Why you laughing, voodoo glitch? Yes, I did say it's a Klan rally, but I'm talking about his official title, Precious, in the White House. What's the title? I am not stunned, y'all. It's the truth. Y'all know I wasn't lying. But since I didn't tell the people that it was the rally, the Klan rally yet, Precious. I mean, let me act like I got some sense. What's his official title? Talk black to me, somebody. What's his official title, Precious? Y'all hear that thumbs up? I'm still laughing because I can't believe she said that. But it's the truth because I did say that. What's his official title? I said just a few minutes ago. Did somebody say it? Somebody said Trump's boy. Y'all give me the title. Come on, y'all. I'm being serious now. What's his official title? Because I want y'all to know who y'all listening to. I can't see it on here. Maybe the notifications, maybe the comments rather is coming up slow, maybe. Somebody in the chat tell me what Stephen Miller's official title is. Thank you, Cynthia. He's the Deputy White House Chief of Staff. Thank you, Miss Sharifa. Yeah, so y'all can see me. Okay, y'all play too much. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all play too much. Okay. Let me give you a little background because I got to go real quick, y'all, because I had to change an appointment today that they're going to see me in a little bit. So let me hurry up because I'm like, I got to tap into my family today, with my family today. Again, family, I'm going to be on other platforms. How many of y'all saw my article real quick, that my latest article that was in the Final Call newspaper? Wasn't it juicy? They did an exclusive with me. If you're watching me on Instagram, Vicki X Dillard, you'll be able to see a clip of that. If you are on my email list at VickiPlanet.com, they sent that out. And if you're watching me like on YouTube or one of the other platforms, just go to like the community page and go down a few posts and you'll see the link to where you can read the whole article. It was so wonderful. Yes. I told you I got some other stuff that's coming up soon. How many of y'all know my book? My book is getting ready to come out in a few months. The pre-launch is coming out. So just a bunch of stuff I'm doing. I don't want you to miss that. The way you don't miss it is by signing up for my text list at 303-529-2572 or join my email list at my website at VickiPlanet.com. She said, awesome. I'll look for it. Yes, precious. So that's where y'all can get it. When you join my email list, how many of y'all know we don't, when you're on part of my email list, I have direct access to you. When you're part of my text list, I have direct access to you. These platforms be playing. TikTok play with my stuff. I haven't posted in a few days and stuff, and I don't even post that consistently anymore because how many of y'all know the Israelis done took over that the TikTok? Y'all know that, right? Where everybody out here playing like them Chinese folks was actually trying to take your information. The government was playing y'all. The Zionists takes over all those different places. How many of y'all know a lot of the social media platforms are run by former Mossad and former U.S. intelligence agencies? Y'all know that, right? So I need direct contact with some of you all. The way we do that is when you are directly connected to my email list. When you're part of my email list, my team regularly lets folks know about projects I've got going on and keeps you in the know about stuff that's happening. Thank you, Miss Sharifa. She put the link for the Final Call News. Now, Vicki, get to where you're going because the people waiting on you. Okay, y'all ready? Look, y'all. So I wasn't going to show you this, but Miss Sharifa, she talking about that's the one that did that speech Charlie Kirk's memorial, what he said at the memorial. I'm going to play a little bit of this and I'm going to show you his latest thing he did, right? Okay, y'all ready? Everybody hit that thumbs up button, share. Here we go. Thumbs up, share. Y'all, it has been forever since I've been live. Yes? Is this it? Okay, this is it. Okay, watch this.
And her strength and her courage.
Just a couple minutes, just as a background. Couple minutes. This is from ABC News. Watch.
When I see Erica and her strength and her courage,
what's this?
I'm reminded of a famous expression.
Wipe this out.
The storm whispers to the warrior.
Wait a minute, because I got y'all. You got to see his face when he say this, because he really thinks that he's waxing poetic around this mug. White people are something else, baby. The white supremacists that's worried about their existence on our planet. This is not just stuff Vicki be making up. Talk black to me, somebody. Y'all done smeared all this on my phone. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, here we go. Thank y'all for so much for your patience. Okay, here we go.
When I see Erica and her strength.
Now, real quick, y'all, Erica is Charlie Kirk's wife, right? Now, remember, the speech you're hearing him say now is from over a couple of weeks ago. Now, remember, memorials ain't nothing but little funerals, right? You're supposed to be there talking about the dead, the deceased, right? This is his speech he's talking about at essentially the funeral memorial. Y'all listen.
I see Erica and her strength and her courage. I'm reminded of a famous expression. The storm whispers to the warrior that you cannot withstand my strength. And the warrior whispers back, I am the storm.
Vicki, please move on. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, share. Y'all know I don't go live on my channel a lot, but I'm coming. But I'm just saying. Talk black to me, somebody. Did y'all hear that? I said, did y'all hear that? Watch this. Remember, we talking about the Ku Klux Klan rally that is Charlie Kirk's memorial. Now, I don't even believe in Charlie Kirk, but you would at least think they would be talking about the guy that passed. Instead, they sit up here talking about this kind of stuff. But he's not finished. Y'all listen again.
When I see Erica,
I'm going to stop.
Her strength and her courage, I'm reminded of a famous expression. The storm whispers to the warrior that you cannot withstand my strength. And the warrior whispers back, I am the storm.
Y'all watch.
Erica is the storm.
Erica's the storm.
We are the storm.
We're the storm.
And our enemies cannot comprehend our strength, our determination, our resolve, our passion. Our lineage and our legacy hails back to Athens, to Rome, to Philadelphia, to Monticello. Our ancestors built the cities. They produced the art and architecture. They built the industry. Erica stands on the shoulders of thousands of years of warriors, of women who raised up families, raised up city, raised up industry, raised up civilization, who pulled us out of the caves and the darkness into the light.
Whoa! What? Erica stands on the backs of thousands of who pulled us out the cave? No, what? That part was right, but no, y'all didn't do civilization. Erica Neal was in the caves with y'all. How could she do civilization from the cave? She birthed you in the cave. She pulled you out from the No, she didn't come up. She didn't rise up. She didn't, her and the other Ku Klux Klan, WKKK, white women. No, they didn't come up from the caves to civilize. No, they didn't. No, they actually didn't. Now, I gotta, hold on, let me stop. I had to bring this up because how many of y'all know Foundation of Black Americans, those of us that say that we're FBA, how many of y'all know that's not a club, that's not a group, that's a lineage. So you can't have presidents, secretaries, and treasurers of a lineage. How many of y'all know that over the past several years since we've been using that term, why are white folks out here specifically using terms about their lineage and stuff? I asked y'all a question. Why are they talking about their lineage now? Y'all missed what he said. Now, I thought we supposed to be talking about this man that done passed. This white supremacist at this Klan rally. If you're going to talk about the white supremacists, at least talk about the white supremacists. How we over in Athens and Greece and Monticello? How did you say that y'all built the architecture and civilized? No, you didn't civilize nothing. No, you actually didn't. We civilized you. Y'all don't understand the minds of your enemy is worried about their time is really for real up. They real nervous about their existence. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, share. Y'all missed it. What did he say?
The warrior whispers back, I am the storm.
He said, they the storm.
Erica is the storm.
Erica's the storm.
We are the storm.
We the storm, he said.
And our enemies cannot comprehend our strength, our determination, our resolve, our passion, our lineage and our legacy.
Now, before he goes lying about his lineage and his legacy, notice right there, he's talking about their enemies can't fathom, their strength and their resolve. First of all, what enemies he talking about? White people are the ones that took out that boy, Charlie Kirk. I don't care if you believe it's the single white boy named Tyler. Most people don't believe that because we know it's too suspect. There's too many inconsistencies there. Not only that, there's a lot of folks that's legitimately coming out with criticism saying that Israel had something to do with it because of stuff that Netanyahu said, stuff that other Zionists have said. Or if you're talking about the white so-called security and stuff that was behind him and next to him that was doing what some folks would consider to be signaling, either way you're shaking. It's white people that did that. So y'all the enemy of your own selves. Now, how many of y'all know as soon as that popped off, white folks started attacking HBCUs? How many of y'all know HBCU stands for historically black colleges and universities? So even though they know it's them that did it, how many of y'all know they came out and started attacking black folks? How many of y'all know that? How many of y'all remember that government official that came out and said that he prayed 33 hours that it wouldn't be them? And it was them. How many of y'all know he came out and said that he wished that it was an immigrant that did it? Don't play to me. That's y'all that did that. We're not going to sit here and play these mental illness games with y'all. We don't do mental illness on purpose like that. We're not going to join in your little weird little fantasy sick land with you. So I had to give y'all that background right there, right? What'd he say?
See, hails back to Athens, to Rome, to Philadelphia, to Monticello. Our ancestors built the cities. They produced the art and architecture. They built the industry. Erica stands on the shoulders of thousands of years of warriors, of women who raised up families, raised up city, raised up industry, raised up civilization, who pulled us out of the caves and the darkness into the light.
To the degree she pulled you out the cave is because we first signaled to her to come out of them. Then she looked back and got her babies and said, they said, come out. I'm not understanding why Fox News, ABC, CBS, NBC, and all the mainstream news aren't dominating their topics with this. Have y'all noticed that even the white liberals, as well as the right Republicans and conservatives, neither side want to talk about that? Now, we believe in the caves too. We just don't believe we live there and in them. Y'all better ask yourself, why is he talking about lineage? You better ask yourself, why is he invoking Athens and Greece and Monticello? They feel like their time is up and they're really nervous about that. Thank you, God, as you are bringing it. I love you and respect you tremendously. I love you back. Now, y'all see how they like to weaponize a woman, right? Y'all see that 5 minutes after her husband was out of here, she did a press conference. This is before the memorial. She did a little press conference. Talk about some evildoers. Girl, you was all right. You all right. You all right. Y'all all right. Y'all all right. Erica is just fine. I've been talking about that too. After he passed and after the memorial, the funeral and stuff, she found herself on a podcast, a platform, talking about all the wonderful and exciting projects they got. Look, baby, if I'm married to my soulmate, my man, my twin flame, or whatever, baby, I'm not gonna just be up there doing this. This is what she did. We have so many exciting projects. Oh my God, we have so many exciting projects. And the dude next to her, he was like, touched her. He was like, that Charlie would have wanted. He had to remind her, ma'am, you're giving away all the sauce. You're giving away all the sauce. At least play like it for about longer than a week. Y'all, it was a twinkle. How many of y'all know? This is funny. When people be saying you in love, this, that, it's because that's the twinkle. That's the stuff you can't really put your head on. She had a twinkle in her eye, baby, when he was out of here. She was like, we have so many wonderful projects. Oh my God, it's so. And dude was like, that Charlie would have wanted. That Charlie would have wanted. And she was like, yes. That Charlie would have wanted. That Charlie would have wanted. Charlie, I'm sorry. What's his name? Starts with a C. I was married to him. Child, she was on that broadcast, just letting it loose, baby. All out of character. Talk back to me, somebody. And dude touched her, y'all. He was like, that Charlie would have wanted. And she was like, yeah, that Charlie would have wanted. Child, girl, if you don't, okay. I'm glad they came out like that. Why y'all laughing at me? All I see is emojis in the chat. This serious. This is serious. This serious. They weaponize their women. And the white women be about that life. While y'all sit up here talking about sympathy and empathy and stuff. Honey, baby, they know how to fling it and dress up with their brutality and bestiality. Talk black to me, somebody. But Vicki, get to where you're going. That's how I came. I'm Miss Sharif. That's her fault. Miss Sharifa. That's her fault. Talking about some. That's the one that said K. Because when I asked y'all who he was, instead of y'all telling me he was a deputy White House Chief of Staff. Y'all sit up here talking about the Klan. I did say Klan, y'all. It was a rally, but I wanted y'all to be serious with me. And this is the one that said about the K. Which he did. Now that I've shown you, he actually said that at the memorial. Let me get to where I'm going. Now, I had the privilege in 2020, July 4, 2020, of the Nation of Islam. Shout out to my team that's in the chat, fam. They're putting very important information. Y'all see there highlighted there. My team put how you can join my monthly mastermind school. Also, family, you can get your, real quick. How many of y'all still got to get your luxury magazines? Ladies, this is for you. I release and reveal manifestation secrets. People be like, Vicki, why are you doing the most with this goddess stuff, baby? I'll drop some of my secrets in here, baby. So make sure that you get yours today, okay? Go to my website. My team is putting the link in the chat. Miss Sharifa, you ain't no good. She laughing just as hard as everybody else. You supposed to be serious. So y'all get y'all luxury magazines. Y'all look at this. The back. Oh my goddess. Can you imagine? Oh my goddess. And so, ladies, I put yummy tips in here. Brothers, get this for the lovely ladies in your life. I promise you, you'll thank me later. Get this for your mama, your baby mama, your girlfriend, your fiance, your daughter, your auntie. Talk back to me, somebody, your mother-in-law. Go to my website. Get yours today. We had extras printed. Yes. And for those that ask, y'all know that I am the home of the hand claps and the gavel raps, right? Somebody just said, oh my. Oh, but yes, baby. It's oh my indeed, baby. I'm already working on the a project several projects. If you thought that was a child, y'all better quit playing with me and get it where you can. These are my mini gavels. People want to know about my gavels. This is a mini gavel, family, but you can still put your whole hand on it. I give you activation instructions when you make your purchases. You can get that at the store on my website too. Yes, and get your Talk Black to Me t-shirts. I don't know, team, are my t-shirts still on sale? Talk Black to Me. It's for men and women. Everything you get at VickiPlanet.com. The link is in the chat. Yes. Well, yeah, she did do it. Whoever just said, watch Erica. Didi said, watch Erica's fake crying. Ain't she fake crying? Child, she was trying so hard to conjure that up. So hard. I don't know why she didn't just do a Zoom. But it wouldn't hit as hard. But the in-person didn't hit hard at all. Because she was too happy, girl. 5 minutes later, girl, she was on that podcast telling about all the projects that they got going on. And child, she had that twinkle, girl. That twinkle had come out, child. It was that strong twinkle like the I'm in love twinkle. Oh my God, so many projects. And dude like literally touched her like that Charlie would have wanted. And she says, yeah, that Charlie would have wanted. Child. And if y'all know why I brought Emily. Okay, hopefully y'all can see me okay. Can y'all see me back? I'm gonna check my device. Okay, looks like we're back. Okay, now we can see me. Okay, we done lost half our audience, but let me keep going real quick. Family, sorry about that. We had a little bit of interference. Let me get to where I'm going. They don't like me telling the truth on this girl. Talk Black to Me, somebody. Okay, let me show y'all this video. Let me show y'all this video real quick because I don't want no more issues because I got to go anyway. Y'all watch this. Is this it?
This isn't just a task force.
Okay, here we go. Y'all watch this clip of Stephen Miller, right? Now, after Stephen came out, y'all, after Stephen Miller came out from that memorial, weaponizing that white woman, talking about they came up from the caves, talking about Athens, Greece, talking about they done civilized the world, that they created agriculture, industry, and all that stuff. After he did all this line and talking about their lineage and stuff. How many of y'all know after he did that, I was like, oh, hell no. So it was clear that because of what they did in Washington, D.C., by bringing the military there, how many of y'all know Trump made all these threats? He's fighting Chicago, fighting Memphis, fighting a whole bunch of other places. And I was telling y'all in advance of him even touching down there that he was going to try to use this to start mayhem in the street that was beyond the immigration stuff, right? Watch this. So I reminded folks of something that the Honorable Minister Farrakhan said in 2020. I had the privilege of being directly invited to Illinois. Minister Farrakhan did a worldwide address in 2020. It was during COVID. And his office gave me a direct invitation. And the minister is the one that signed off for me to come. At the time, especially, I was not traveling. Even then, I do some traveling now, but I was doing even less traveling then because of medical stuff. But they accommodated that, allowed my assistant to go, blah, 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 blah. So I went, right? So I was there in person during a speech that Minister Farrakhan gave then, right? And so one of the things that I reminded folks of when Trump in the past few weeks and months has been escalating war against foundational Black Americans, Stephen Miller making a bunch of anti-Black statements and a bunch of stuff, I reminded folks of something that Minister Farrakhan said then. How many of y'all saw that? Well, this is what I reminded folks of. Let me pull it up. I'm going to pull it up actually from my page. So I posted this fairly recently on Instagram. It's got 1.4 million views. Instagram, y'all, they was messing with my channel over there. They had it down and they put it back up after I started complaining. Now, this is the clip that I posted. And after I did a broadcast on this video and other folks was talking about it, Stephen Miller's funny looking self came out in Memphis and made a weird statement from the White House. Y'all ready? Watch this.
Why are the police quitting now?
Hold on.
Why are the police quitting now? You should all quit. Because if your presence there thinks that you're going to come into the Black community and do what you've been doing, you better quit. The jump out boys better stay in the white community. Don't come where we live and jump out. Because you may never get back in.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? I said, did y'all hear that? So after Stephen Miller came out and made all these crazy anti-Black statements recently, I reminded folks of something that Minister Farrakhan said right there about them jump out boys. For those of you that don't know, that's a term for, white law enforcement that come into our communities not to do business legally, but to take us out. So the minister said way more than that. But that's the clip that went crazy. And that's the clip that I recently talked about and did a broadcast on, right? Watch this. Why did Stephen Miller come out a few days ago in Memphis, Tennessee? He's standing there next to the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, and Attorney General Pam Bondi. The hell is he doing in Black Memphis, Tennessee, making this statement? Are y'all listening? Your makeup is beautiful. Thank you, Precious. I thought it said something else. Thank you, Precious. Listen. Can y'all hear this?
To the Memphis Police Department, the officers that I see sitting in front of me, we are about to provide you with a level of support you cannot even imagine. This isn't just a task force. This is a all-of-government unlimited support operation. ATF, DEA, FBI, ICE, Department of War, every resource we have.
Listen.
And they're not going to be sitting behind a desk at a keyboard. We are sending in real cops with guns and badges to go out with you on the street every single night making arrests. These are people who have taken down drug cartels, kingpins, the worst criminal offenders in the United States, standing with you shoulder to shoulder to shoulder. All we ask from you is to show up at roll call every single night with your brothers and sisters in the federal government and to go out and get the criminals off the street. And if you do that, I pledge to you, we will liberate this city from the criminal element that has plagued it for generations. This is not just a strategy shift. This is an attitude shift. We are not going to live in an environment anywhere where there is a street that belongs to a criminal, where there is a neighborhood that belongs to a gang, where there is any physical space anywhere that belongs to anyone other than the law-abiding citizens and families of Memphis. The idea that there is a square inch of block in this city where a citizen doesn't feel safe is unacceptable. This is Memphis. This is the United States of America, and all that bullshit is done.
What? If y'all don't go get this little boy, family, everybody has been talking about something similar to that video that I reminded folks about recently, Minister Farrakhan warned the jump out boys will be coming to our community because they may not come back. So he gonna sit up here and tell us all the different agencies that's gonna be available to make war against Black Americans. Notice he just threw ICE in there as one of many, many other ones. And I told you, we don't confuse ICE, family, with what the ongoing war against Black Americans. Our issue with illegals is the fact that they was putting them in front of us and immediately giving them resources that we know was due to us. So we're not going to let y'all sit up here and conflate. Well, see, look what they doing. We told y'all to fight for the illegals and fight against ICE instead because we knew they was going to come for y'all. No, you didn't know that. No, that don't even make no sense, fool. We're against both. When I say both, meaning we're against ICE coming for us, and no, we're not finna sit up here and just be like, no, we're going to be fighting for people that violate the law when we sitting here trying to get our family members and loved ones out of prison. You sitting there wanting illegals who violate the law to have their records cleared, but you haven't even fought for Black folks to get their records cleared. The Democrats wanted this. The Democrats are the ones that came out and said the reason why they want illegals is so they can fight in their wars because they need more soldiers. It was the Democrats that came out and said that they need more illegals because their people, white people in America. How many of y'all know Chuck Schumer said a certain group of people, meaning white folks, are not having babies like they used to? So don't come here with that. Oh, we knew. No, you didn't know. Because if you didn't want them in office, you would have made sure to do what we told you to do, cut the check. And we told y'all we would flood the elections. Instead, you showed us how you're going to use money and resources for everybody but us. And notice, you never hear the Democrats, you never hear the Black Boulets talk about how Chuck Schumer said that we need illegals to help white folks with their babies because they're not having no babies. You never hear them give commentary. This is before the ICE raids. You never hear them talk about Dick Durbin, the high-ranking long-term senator out of Illinois, say long time ago that we need the illegals because we need new soldiers. How many of y'all know that we have so many quotas that we're supposed to be filling every month for the military, and we've been failing? Mostly white folks have been failing. And how many of y'all know they got a lot of other sick plots going on, which I told you before, when I told you over the past recent years, how they've been intentionally targeting Black men with that skin disease, that razor bump? I told you they don't want them Black folks in the military when they get ready to do their dirt. You see? A lot of y'all don't understand how they move. So Stephen Miller sitting up here saying, what now? What'd he say again? To Memphis, Tennessee? He said, they have no idea how ruthless we are. And he specifically talked about gangbangers. When was the last time y'all heard him talk about gangbanging? They jumped from ICE to gangbanging.
Real cops with guns and badges you never possibly imagined.
Watch this. Listen.
To Memphis Police Department, the officers that I see sitting in front of me, we are about to provide you with a level of support you cannot even imagine. This isn't just a task force. This is a all-of-government unlimited support operation. ATF, DEA, FBI, ICE, Department of War, every resource we have. And they're going to be sitting.
The Department of War is the Department of Defense, family. They're not supposed to be deploying them to a city called Memphis, Tennessee. Are y'all listening?
Behind a desk and a keyboard, we are sending in real cops with guns and badges to go out with you on the street every single night making arrests. These are people who have taken down drug cartels, kingpins, the worst criminal offenders in the United States, standing with you shoulder to shoulder to shoulder. All we ask from you is to show up at roll call every single night with your brothers and sisters in the federal government and to go out and get the criminals off the street. And if you do that, I pledge to you, we will liberate this city from the criminal element that has plagued it for generations. This is not just a strategy shift. This is an attitude shift.
He said this is not just a strategy shift. The strategy shift that they wanted to keep it just about ICE ain't working. Trump and them is up to a whole bunch of stuff, which I talked about some of that in my offline webinar. Yes, you're gorgeous and powerful. Good. Thank you so much, Precious. Who are y'all up in this chat that's been paid to come tell me these things? Are y'all listening? White folks are scared to death that their time is up. Now, the reason why I told you all before, the reason why they was targeting black men in particular in the military, how many of y'all know that when we shut their funny looking selves down during Jim Crow, how many of y'all know it was former military that was ones that did it? How many of y'all know that the tactics and training you get in the military, they transferable, that's transferable knowledge. Talk back to me about it. Real quick, I showed y'all what Minister Farrakhan said. So after that is when Stephen Miller gonna come out and make that statement. So I know you ain't sitting here trying to tell Minister Farrakhan to go sit down somewhere when he told the Jump Out Boys don't come into our community. Because I made that a thing after Trump and Stephen Miller made them recent threats, right? Are y'all listening? I said, are y'all listening? Y'all watch this. Watch this. I gotta go. Before I go, this is information you can find in a lot of different places. I've been quoting from this book for several years about understanding the assault on the black man, black manhood, and masculinity, right? Just Google it. You can get it from Dr. Wesley. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, please. Share, share, share. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Why am I bringing this up? Let me tell y'all something. This is what white folks are scared about. This is what the United States is scared about. This is what the Trump administration is scared about. First of all, before I go there, how many of y'all remember, because I've been on different platforms, I do national and international commentary on those platforms. How many of y'all remember that I broke down that it was under the Trump administration that they ordered several $100,000 to be used to study black Kenyan soldiers? They wanted black Kenyan soldiers who were heterosexual, who were aggressive, who were achieving. There were 5 basic breakdowns of what the Trump administration wanted them to be, right? That was in the article. They wanted them to be tough, heterosexual, aggressive, unemotional, and achieving. Those are the 5 traits that they wanted to study in those Kenyan soldiers. Why is that important? Because the information that they were going to take from that study, they were going to be able to use against our foundational Black Americans. Because whether you like it or lump it, we're part of a melanin cosmic race. And they were going to use the information that they got from that. Trump knew that they weren't going to be able to get away with doing that to Black Americans. So they said, we're going to study them. Why is your government studying tough, heterosexual, aggressive, unemotional, and achieving Black Kenyan soldiers? That was during Trump's first administration. Somebody just said, you remember. Yes, I warned y'all then. The hell are we doing using our black taxpayer dollars studying soldiers with those 5 attributes? Let me show you something. That's not written in the book. That was in an article. But the book, I'm going to quote this part because it's relevant. On page 153 of the book, this headline says Operation Ferdinand, creating docile black males. Let me tell y'all something. Are y'all listening? This is what Trump and them don't want. And this is something that neither side wants. He writes, the seeming success of the Civil Rights Movement, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 had already greatly, y'all listen, had already greatly perturbed those elements of American society committed to the old racial hierarchy. Are y'all listening? The nonviolent activism, agitation, and social disobedience that were the tools of civil rebellion provoked the ire of law and order establishment. So the point of the writer of this book, he's saying white America was already pissed off with the civil disobedience, with us not fighting, without violence. They was already mad about that and already mobilizing law and order, the police, law enforcement, and other white supremacist outlets, the enforcement arms of white supremacy. They were already getting them set up to come against us anyway for non-violent civil disobedience. How many of y'all know that? Watch this. A governmental backlash was already in development when a game changer occurred. So in other words, law enforcement was already plotting against us based on civil disobedience. What happened? After the arrest of a black motorist, how many of y'all remember the story about the arrest of a black motorist Marquette Fryer in August of 1965. Are y'all listening? The Watts section of South Central Los Angeles erupted into 6 days, August 11th through the 17th, of violence and confrontation with the police. How many of y'all listening? Resulting in 34 dead, 1,032 injured, 3,952 arrests, and then 600 businesses were destroyed. A total damage of $40 million. When did I say this was, family? August 1965. Vicki has a nice shape. I saw her. Child, listen. Shh, listen to my, listen. Thank you, but listen. Who caused these problems, family? Who did that? I said, who did that back then, family? Who did that? Who caused all that damage back in the day? Voodoo said white people. No, white people didn't. Well, indirectly they did because they came against us and took us out. But I'm saying it was us that fought back. No, that was us that did that. Y'all not listening. We were responding. Let me read that again. After the arrest of a black motorist, Marquette Fryer, in August of 1965, what did I say? The Watts section of South Central Los Angeles erupted into 6 days, August 11th to the 17th, of violence and confrontation with the police. We was not playing with the police. So when the police and them came in and committed war against us, guess what black folks did? They said when the smoke is cleared out of LA, this is what the numbers were. 34 dead, 1,032 injured, 3,952 arrests, and 600 businesses were destroyed. Somebody said that ain't all. The Watts riot or Watts rebellion was considered at that time the worst riot in American history. But before the wounds of Watts could heal, in July of 1965, because remember we said Watts was August 1965, right? It says before the wounds could heal, what happened? Something else popped off July of 1967 in Detroit. What happened? Detroit blew up after the police raid on a local bar. 5 days of one of the most destructive riots in the history of the United States. The Detroit Rebellion, are y'all listening? Resulted in 43 dead, 1,189 injured, more than 7,200 arrested, and 2,000 buildings destroyed. But these were just the prelude. What's a prelude, family? These two events were just the prelude. What's a prelude, family? I gotta go. These were just a prelude. What's a prelude, family? Why was it a prelude? After the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, April 4th, 1968, over 100 American cities saw riots or some form of rebellion during what has been dubbed the Holy Week Uprising. So when y'all be sitting up here talking about you ain't like your ancestors, it depends on which one you're talking about. See, they suppress this history. They downplay this history because they don't want you to know these are your ancestors they was really worried about. Now, y'all know Vicki does not push being the aggressor first and unnecessary violence and stuff. Y'all know that, right? Just to be clear, for the little knuckleheads that's out there. Watch it and lying or could lie. I'm saying that black folks are not going to sit by and let you violate our civil rights, our law, and take our lives. And y'all did this before, so the numbers show what they show. Cities up in flames. Bunch of eulogies. Bunch of obituaries from y'all side of the family. From Stephen Miller's lineage. Them. A lot of y'all. So when Mr. Farrakhan told y'all, don't come taking us out, don't come into black neighborhoods because you may not come back, it's not about starting violence. It's about saying, damn it, you're not finna kill us. Behind the badge, under the color of law, is what it's technically called legally. No, you're not about to do that. And so when I reminded you all during Trump's first administration how the State Department spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to study black soldiers, Kenyan soldiers, they're trying to see what makes you weak and docile. The uprisings, it says, shook the nation. Wait a minute, let me backtrack. They called it what? The Holy Week uprising. Some of the biggest rebellions were in Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Chicago, and Kansas City. How many of y'all know that these are some of the very areas that's being targeted today? These uprisings, it says, shook the nation. The causes were studied. And recommendations were made that could prevent future explosions. After the Watts Rebellion, the McCone Commission, established by California Governor Pat Brown, identified the root of the riot as high unemployment, poor schools, and the inferior living conditions of black people. The 101-page report that was known, just so you all can research this later, called Violence in the City, an End or the Beginning, a report by the Governor's Commission on the Los Angeles Riots, 1965. Y'all can Google that and look that up. It says it made specific recommendations to eradicate the social causes of the violence, such as more job training, increased low income housing, emergency literary programs, etc. Most of these were not acted upon. Likewise, it says, after the Detroit Rebellion, President Johnson established a National Advisory Commission on Civil Disorders, also known as the Kerner Commission, to investigate the causes. In Detroit, the final 426-page Kerner report, released on February 29, 1968, concluded that the riots resulted from black frustration at the lack of economic opportunity and called for the creation of new jobs, new housing construction, and the end of the de facto segregation that created the ghetto environment. It says again, the sober assessments and recommendations were ignored. Instead, the U.S. government gave ear to a very different analysis of the riots and invested large sums of money to pursue and implement a different set of recommendations. Guess what that was? They started doing medical stuff on us. Are y'all listening? Now I got to go. But I'm bringing this up to let you all know that this has always been an ongoing concern. And that one of the reasons why I was explaining the reason why they were targeting black soldiers, trying to act like that their razor bumps was an issue that prevented them from being in the military, is because they don't want that black melanin to rebel against their little diabolical agendas that they got going on in the United States and around the world. How many of you all know that throughout all wars in the United States, we fought in every single war? I said every single war. And the United States knows that a lot of the problems they had with some of their former military soldiers and warriors use those very same skills that y'all used. Y'all wanted us to go kill your enemies across the waters. They use those very skills against your funny looking self. So that's the reason why I was trying to tell you all in the first place. That's why they targeted them black soldiers. Not because the black soldiers are doing anything wrong. America knows she's doing something wrong. I said not because they doing something wrong. I said America knows she's doing something wrong. They know they're plotting dirt. And even the greatest raccoon, they know their melanin might glitch and get them in trouble. So they can't take no chances on the glitch, on the melanin, interfering with their diabolical and satanic agendas. See, we always get in the way of that, even if it's a handful of coons that want to help them. Some of y'all don't know that's a part of your metaphysics and your spirituality that's at play, even when you don't want it to be at play. More on this later on, family. I got to run. My name is Vicki Dillard, beloved. Thank you so much for tuning into my personal channel here. It has been forever since I've gone live here. I told you I'm going to be going live more often. I've got other platforms that we're going to be announcing that I'm on. Of course, you all see me in other places as well, but I wanted to tap in with you really, really quick. So make sure, family, you stay in touch. Make sure you get your Talk Black to Me t-shirts at my website, store at VickiPlanet.com. My team is going to pin the link when I'm done. Get your mini gavels there. And ladies and brothers, get it for the lovely lady in your life. Get my luxury magazine, family. I give manifestation secrets. Women manifest differently from the masculine. Somebody just said amazing information. Thank you, Miss Eunice. Women manifest differently from the masculine. If you just came in, watch the whole thing, because I show a clip of something that Minister Farrakhan said some time back that's relevant to what's been happening with the Trump administration recently. And I told you all that Stephen Miller, the deputy chief of staff of the White House, came out and seemingly seemed to have responded to Minister Farrakhan wanting to jump out boards. They better not come mess with us. Y'all be sure to share this broadcast. Somebody said, you're incredible, mama. Thank you so much, precious. I love y'all back. I love you. I love you too. Y'all give the greatest compliments. Family, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on X at Dillard Vicki. I got a little TikTok page, but I don't put too much stuff up there because, you know, them Zionists took over. How many of y'all know former intelligence agency, Israel type people over there, all that stuff? They run them companies. No lie. They got high level positions there. So anything that you put that's even a promotion for something else, they want to try to, you know, put your content down and stuff. I'm on Facebook. I got a couple Facebook pages, Vicki Dillard. Got my fan page and then my personal channel. There's a lot of views and stuff over there on some of my stuff too. And of course, follow me here at VickiDillard.tv. There's an alternative streaming service that wants to seed out my broadcast. So I'm going to be on other alternative media platforms as well. But if you want to stay tuned to know when my launches are happening, if you want to know when I'm going to be doing my high-end 60-day men's course called Treasures of Darkness, where I'm going to be giving sacred spiritual secrets for the masculine to be the provider and the protector of his home. Instead of y'all fooling around with them little, what do they call them little groups? Red pill groups. All them wifeless men. What you round a bunch of men that ain't got no women for, fool? Just complaining about women. Men that used to do that back in the day. I'm 46, baby. I'm born and raised in Mississippi. Family, men that go around talking about how crazy them not being able to get a woman and what was wrong with a woman. Everybody knew they couldn't get no woman. So men back in the day didn't used to say that like that. They would keep them to themselves because they would know something must be wrong with me if I can't get a woman like that. I always complain about one woman. Y'all don't want to impress the woman, but y'all be impressing each other. I don't understand how y'all sit here just blessing muscles and six-pack and testosterone and beards. How y'all just around here just blessing each other like that, just patting each other on the back, being there crying on each other's shoulders and stuff. You think you're too much to do to love your woman and just. When you are engaging, I don't know why am I saying this right now. I gotta go. When you're engaging with a woman, it's a dance, fool. I said it's a dance. It's a dance. It's play involved. It's allure. It's seduction. And see, when you're around other wifeless men, that should tell you maybe I should get away from this field because I might attract wifelessness, brokenness. See, when you be mocking the man that loves his wife, he happy. She have him skipping. She's somebody he wants to make love to, not gotta threaten. Gotta conjure up energy and put yourself in a whole different mode because you don't even want to be nowhere near you. You see how something wrong with that? Get out that frequency. That's spiritual. So yeah, you're gonna find other buddies like that because you in that energetic field. Gotta come out of that for your destiny to be that at 60. Wifeless. Now, if you don't want no relationship, that's fine. I don't be tripping about people that want to be single. I get that. We all have times in our life where we don't want to be bothered, some of us. But some of us be actually wanting sacred relationships. And if you want sacred relationships, get away from the wifeless. You see how that works? Just say to yourself, I might end up being a senior citizen without a woman fooling with y'all, talking like this. The men that got women that we be mocking, they be happy. They be enduring stuff, be getting opportunities that we never get. They be happy and stuff, living longer. Opportunities come to them, just blessings and stuff that we don't get, the wifeless. Anyway, I'm going to be doing an intensive course for my men coming up soon. Then I'm going to be doing my ISIS 2 Goddess Mystery School for my women. It's for my goddesses only. It's going to be 90 days. That's a higher end school. We're going to have payment plans for all this stuff. It's going to be so freaking good. For those that ask Vicki, what are your sacred secrets, baby? We're going to talk about it. How many of y'all know that all ancient civilizations had what they call mystery schools? The mystery schools means that's sacred knowledge, esoteric knowledge, concealed knowledge that they didn't share with the public. So when you wonder how they're manifesting, people that are in high-level positions, people that are in influential positions, when you wonder how they manifest, and baby, they use your ancient black magic. They're not going to tell everybody. That's why we do them in secret schools. That's what I'm getting ready to do. So we're going to be having information about that. My point is, if you want to be notified about those things, as well as my other projects that's coming out in the next 3, 4, 5, and 6 months, which are several, join my email list at VickiPlanet.com. That's my website. Or join my text list at 303-529-2572. All that information is going to be pinned in the comments below. Yes. In the meantime, join my monthly school for a very low cost. Go to my website, Vicki Planet, get your magazines, get your Talk Black to Me t-shirts, get your mini gavels. And I only have a few more oils, manifestation oils, that I get from a top international supplier. It's prayed over. It's blessed. This is the stuff that the Saudis use, baby. This is some of the stuff that's in there. Talk Black to Me, somebody. If you want to get, I only have a few left, though. I'm going to be resupplied here pretty soon. Go to my website. You can get all that information. Shout out to my moderators that's in the chat. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you again.